With the new Busy Bee update comes along with an egg. This is called the bee egg, and you could get it from the event. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys step by step on how you could farm honey in order to get that egg and what pets you could get when hatching them. So let's go ahead and start off with the swarm event. This happens every hour similarly to the lunar glow event. Basically, what happens is that bees will start swarming out of there, and then once in a while, a bee will go into your plot and pollinate one of your fruits. Now, the pollination looks very similar to the moonlit animation where a fruit will be outlined on your plot. This time, instead of purple, it'd be yellow, saying that a bee has pollinated one of your crops. As you can see, this is what it looks like. It's a little over-exaggerated because of the shock, but usually it's just normal yellow, but it does stand out quite well. So with that pollinated plant, you want to go ahead and pick it up, and I recommend having large ones, like at least 10 kilograms. Using plants like the moon melon that are usually big or the moon mango would probably be a better choice in this update. And then what you do with that pollinated crop is you want to go ahead and talk to this NPC right here. Their name is On It because this is a bee swarm simulator kind of collab. And what they'll do is they'll take that crop, put it inside of the machine, and then compress it down into honey. And every 10 kilograms that you compress, you get 10 honey. Just like this, I'm going to collect it. As you can see, you gain 10 honey. Now this is what it looks like when I actually give them the plant. I gotta wait 3 minutes until it's done compressing. But in the meantime, since we just got our honey, let's go ahead and move on to the next step, which is using that honey for currency. So once you have it done, go ahead and talk to the queen bee in the middle. Just say that you want to trade in some honey. And this is the honey shop. This is where you'll be spending that new currency. If you scroll down just a bit, you will see that the bee egg is in stock. Around 18 honey for each bee egg or 129 Robux. And it's as simple as that. Buy it, place it on your plot. Now it does take a while to actually grow. I think it's around like 4 hours, 5 hours, even more. I haven't really been paying attention. I know it's just pretty long, but we won't wait for our egg to hatch because you could actually check out all the pets you could get from the bee egg, which includes the bee, the honey bee, the bear bee, the petal bee, and the queen bee herself at a whopping 1% chance of being pulled. So now let's talk about what they actually do. So we're currently on the wiki because they actually have the information. So the first one up is the bee pet. This is a common tier pet which you could hatch at 65%, and the passive is that every 24 minutes and 45 seconds, it flies to a nearby fruit in your plot and pollinates it, applying the pollinated mutation. So it's like having your own bee instead of waiting for the bee swarm event. The next one is the honey bee. This is a rare tier pet, only being hatched at 25%, and the passive says that every 20 minutes or so, it flies to a nearby fruit and pollinates it, giving it a pollinated mutation. So instead of 24 minutes, it's actually just around 20 minutes. So it's just a better normal bee, basically. For the third pet, we have the bear bee. This is a mythical tier, only having a 5% chance of being hatched, and the passive says that every 25 minutes, it turns a crop honey glazed. And if you don't know what honey glazed is, basically, it's a new mutation that you could get from the honey sprinkler in the shop. But right now, I don't know how much honey it costs, but it should be a fairly decent amount because this is really good, since the honey glazed mutation gives a 5 times value multiplier. Now for the fourth pet, we have the petal bee. This is a legendary tier, only being hatched at 4%, and the passive says that every 24 minutes and 46 seconds, it flies to a nearby fruit and pollinates it, and it has a second passive where at a 1.17% chance a flower type fruit will stay after harvesting it. So that pet pairs along well with the new flower seeds like the sunflower, the rose, the foxglove, etc. And then finally, we have the queen bee herself. She is a divine tier pet, only being hatched at 1%, and they have 2 passives. Every 25 minutes, a nearby fruit becomes magically pollinated, and then the second passive is that every 30 minutes, a random pet will refresh its cooldown. So this is really overpowered for raccoons to steal insanely overpowered crops, or maybe even the dragonfly to continuously just mutate all your crops to gold. And that is it. Tell me what you guys think about this update so far. If you've already hatched the bee egg, which pet did you get? And as always, it doesn't hurt to follow.